Here we are in section R-4 with numbers 31 through 41 and their solutions. Number 31 says find the missing variable, which for all of these we're going to have formulas in this section. Now notice for some of them that use the pi button, some textbooks will have you use 3.14, and we're going to use that pi button on the calculator. And if you do that, then by golly, you'll get exactly right on to the decimal point. But if you use 3.14, especially when we start timesing by very large numbers like 16 to the third power or something, you'll be off by a few decimal places, which isn't totally bad, but recognize that that would be the cause. All right, number 31, we're trying to find the A in a triangle. So we look for the formula and we find A equals 1/2 base times height. Well, that's 4 goes in for B, 7 goes in for H, because that's what the B and the H are, and we have 1/2 times 4, let's write it here, 1/2 times 4 times 7. That gives us 2 times 7 is 14. Now we're looking at area, so this is inches squared. Make sure we've got inches squared there. All right, the next one, number 32. For a cone, we're looking for surface area. So we look up in the formulas in the section and we get surface area of a cone is pi r squared plus pi r L. So we stick the 3.8 up for R. Now notice it goes in 2 places, and the 5.1 then goes up for the L. So we're going to get pi times 3.8 squared plus pi times 3.8 times 5.1. So we have to plug that whole thing into the calculator now. And let's see if we can get this. I'll plug it in the calculator I have here. Pi times 3.8 squared plus pi times 3.8 times 5.1. Punch that all in, and it comes out to be 106. You see, it comes out to be 106.2486. 24866, and it keeps going on for a while there. So that's going to be 106 point, and it doesn't tell us where to round, so maybe 2 decimal places, 106.25 meters squared. Now we're with meters, but this is an area. So if it's an area, it's a second dimensional thing, so it's measured in meters squared. Good. Number 33, let's use some of this white space out here. We're trying to find volume. So we look it up for a sphere, and we get volume is 4/3 pi radius cubed. That's the formula that we find in the section. So we take this 16 and it goes right in there. And so we get volume equals 4/3 times pi times 16 to the 3rd power. So punch that in the calculator. 4 divided by 3 times pi times 16 to the 3rd power. Ooh, that's a big number. We have 17,157.28. I'll round that at 0.3, I guess. And this is centimeters cubed. This is a volume. This is a 3-dimensional thing, so that's where we get centimeters cubed. So there we go. Number 34. I have a rectangular box. Okay, that's important. We got a rectangular sandbox whose length is 4 more than its width. So that's important. The width is 12 feet. So that's important. We can actually use that clue right now and say 4 plus 12. The length has to be 4 plus 12, which is 16. That's good to know. It asks us for the perimeter of the sandbox. Now, perimeter, in the section, we have this formula, 2 length plus 2 width. The length is 16, and the width is 12. So we get 32 plus 24, which is 56, and we are in feet. So this is 56 feet. The perimeter is the length around it, so it's still a 1-dimensional thing. It's not area or volume. Okay, the number 35. What is the volume? We're looking for volume of a cylinder. That has a formula. Volume equals pi r squared h. Pi r squared h. Volume of a cylinder whose height is 3. So I'm going to write this out. Height is 3 less than. That's subtracted from. So 3 less than subtracted from twice its radius. Okay, so the radius is 4. So let's stick 4 here. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 3 is 5. So the height is 5 centimeters. So now we can stick the whole thing in. Volume equals pi times the radius squared times the height, which is 5. Okay, let's punch that in the calculator. We have volume equals pi times 4 squared times 5. And we end up with 251.327. So rounded 1 decimal place, and that's fine. If you want to go 1 or 2, if it doesn't specify, that's fine. And we're at centimeters. Let me see, we're centimeters. Centimeters. This is a volume. So this is 3-dimensional. So it's got to be centimeters cubed is the right unit. Excellent. All right, number 36. We have find the missing variable for these formulas. These aren't shapes. This we had other formulas in there where we had rate times time equals distance. So here's the rate, 75. The time is 5, so times 5 equals the distance. And so the distance is going to be 75 times 5 comes out to be 375, I think. 375 what? Well, this was miles per hour, and this is hours, so that must be 375 miles. All right, number 37 on tax. Tax rate, 6%, that's 0.06. I think the formula was something like rate times the price is going to be the tax, which is just what we always did. We took this percent of that number. So 0.06 times 29.95 to get the tax. I'll punch that in my calculator now, 29.95. And we get 1.797. Now, if we're talking dollars and cents, then really this is, we've got to round this to the nearest penny, which would be $1.80. There we go. Number 38. The rate is 30%, so that's 0.3. And again, it would be the same thing. Rate times the price, 0.3 times that guy, 0.3 times 48 is going to be the discount. 0.3 times 48 is 14.4. And if we're talking dollars and cents, that's $14.40. Excellent. All right, simple interest. There's a formula for simple interest, and it was this. It's the principal times the rate times the time. And that's really all it is taking these 3 numbers and timesing them together. Just like this one, only it happens over so many years. So this is going to be 2,500 times 0.035 times 2 years. So 2,500 times 0.035 times 2 years, and we get 175. And we're talking about interest on dollars here, so this would be $175. All right, number 40, we're trying to find C. So we're going to find the formula that has C equals, and it is 5/9 F minus 32. So if we take 88 and stick it in for F, we now have C equals 5/9 times 88 minus 32. So 88 minus 32 is 56. So 56 and times by 5 divided by 9, which is times by 5/9, and we get 32.777777. So 32.8 degrees. Celsius. So 88 degrees Fahrenheit is 32.8. Nice sunny day.
And number 41. Here we have the temperature. We're going Celsius to Fahrenheit. So we need to write down, let's make sure we have enough room. Scoot it over here. And we get F is 5/9 C plus 32. That's the formula going that, knowing it's backwards of the one we just used going from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So here we're going to stick the 12 right in there, and we get Fahrenheit equals 5/9 times 12 plus 32. That's 5 times 12 is 60 divided by 9. That's what? 6 point, let me see, 6 point, let's punch that into the calculator. 6.67 going on forever. That's fine. Plus 32 gives us 38.67 or 38.7 degrees. Don't forget, this is now Fahrenheit. Excellent.